The Tom Homan bribery scandal is not going away. When the border czar takes a bag of cash for $50,000 and it's caught on video, led by undercover FBI sting operators, it's not going away, no matter how many mean tweets the right-wing MAGA make about it. We don't care if he's corrupt. Well, the rest of the country does. Donald Trump's poll numbers are in the trash, and now the Democrats are fired up about yet another scandal involving the Department of Justice and Kash Patel. We got the gang back together again, Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. And now about Tom Homan. When he's not busy crushing families' souls, apparently he's depositing large amounts of cash into banks. Did they fill out a suspicious activity report when he did that? Did he declare that on his taxes? I cover it all on The Intersection, my podcast, and here's a clip. We got a new scandal involving that warm and cuddly Wilford Brimley-esque Tom Homan. You know Tom Homan, the border czar, the guy that wants to crush the souls of families, put children, including American children, in cages. Yeah, that guy. Tom Homan, how do I put this? Got caught in a bribery scandal where he took $50,000 in a paper bag at a restaurant when he met with people he thought were federal contractors, but were really undercover FBI agents. There, I put it, I said it. And it's on video. And you might be thinking, how is he still in office? Well, let me tell you this, gather round, let me tell you the story. So Tom Homan, in September of 2024, before Donald Trump got elected again, was the subject of a sting operation being operated by the FBI, Chris Wray's FBI, Merrick Garland's FBI. Not because he was the target of the investigation as some sort of weaponization of somebody who, Biden knew was going to become border czar 3 months later, but because the true target of the investigation about bribery and public corruption dropped a dime on Tom Homan, turned on Tom Homan. Classic case of whataboutism. Sure, you've caught me in this, but what about Tom Homan? They were like, what about Tom Homan? Well, he's asking for bribe money in order to funnel and redirect federal contracts to federal contractors. He is, let's do a sting operation. So they got the authority to do it. Careful not to entrap Tom Homan. They visited with him at a restaurant. I think it was Cava, for those that like the Cava chain. And during the course of the video and audio taped undercover operation, Tom Homan said, in effect, if you give me $50,000, I'll make sure contracts go your way. I'll keep it in my escrow or in my trust account as if that was going to make it any better. I'll hold it there in case we don't get elected. And then I'll hold it until the end of the term so that you can see the fruits of my labor. Words to that effect. As if holding it in your bank account made it better. Now, here are the facts confirmed by 6 different corroborating witnesses. The sting operation used federal tax dollars masquerading as bribe funds of $50,000 and handed it in this meeting in a paper bag from Cava to Tom Homan, who took it home, who to this day still has it, although the White House denies it. Let's play Carolyn Levitt, the press secretary, and talk about how she's denying it, but then not really denying it. Watch the clip and see if you can tell what I'm talking about.
Sure. Thanks, Caroline. So on the Homan investigation, can you just speak to, did the president ask the Justice Department to close the case, and does Homan have to return the $50,000?
Well, Mr. Homan never took the $50,000 that you're referring to, so you should get your facts straight, number one. Number two, this was another example of the weaponization of the Biden Department of Justice against one of President Trump's strongest and most vocal supporters in the midst of a presidential campaign. You had FBI agents going undercover to try and entrap one of the president's top allies and supporters, someone who they knew very well would be taking a government position months later.
He both did not commit any crime, doesn't have the $50,000, and yet he was entrapped. Come on, Carolyn, you can do better than that. The reality is she can't do better than that because there is a video, or at least there's one that's been reported by MSNBC. So what happened next, you may be asking? Yes, it blew up in their face after Tom Homan said bullshit, and Megyn Kelly wrote, "We don't care," even if he took the money. And Carolyn Levitt admitted, sort of, that he took the money, but he doesn't have the money. Then we have what happened yesterday. Simultaneously, two Democratic organizations, Democratic leaders in the House led by Jamie Raskin and Jasmine Crockett and Representative Moskowitz and Representative Goldman, made a demand on the Trump DOJ and the FBI, you know, that comedy team, the comedy stylings of Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, about, all right, it's been reported that there is a bag of money turned over to Tom Homan before he became border czar and that he kept it. Is that true or not? Or as the letter from the House of Representatives Committee of the Judiciary ranking Democrats put it. I love the start of this. Dear Attorney General Bondi and Director Patel, do the Department of Justice and Federal Bureau of Investigation have a video and audio recording of White House border czar Tom Homan accepting $50,000 in cash bribes from undercover FBI agents stuffed into a brown paper takeout bag from the restaurant chain Cava? That sounds very specific. It certainly sounds like you do, the letter says, and we demand it, along with all of the documents and communications about the decision by the Trump Department of Justice to shut down the investigation, kill the grand jury that was operating in the Western District of Texas, and shut down this investigation. And apparently let Tom Homan keep the money. Note to Tom Homan, where's the $50,000? Did you declare it on your tax return? I think the guy committed, based on this reporting, committed tax fraud, conspiracy, procurement fraud, and bribery. All federal crimes, by the way. And according to the reporting, and according to what the House Democrats have written, Emil Bovee, he's back like a bad penny, who had been one of Donald Trump's favorite criminal defense lawyers, he shut it down when he was the acting interim U.S. Attorney General. He said he looked at it, another weaponization of the Department of Justice. Weaponization of the Department of Justice? I have another word for that. A bribery sting operation where the guy took the bag of money? That's the weaponization? No, I think Carolyn Levitt got it right, because they'll never prove entrapment, but he took the money. There's no broom big enough. There's no rug high enough that will allow the Trump administration to sweep this under the rug. It's not dying. It's not going away. I'm telling you, the Department of Justice and Donald Trump and the FBI, they have this, they operate in the world of magical thinking, like Epstein. It's hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil, and then just evil, to paraphrase Richard Nixon. It's not going away. Epstein's not going away. Nobody's buying that in a 400-page birthday album, 3 volumes of which, where everybody submitted a birthday note to Epstein before it was found out he was a child sex trafficker and child rapist. And every page is authentic except for Donald Trump's signature on a birthday card. Nobody believes that. Wait till I move you to what happened with the Wall Street Journal today and their filing in Miami. Get ready. That's a teaser. So that's not going to happen. Let me play for you now what Jamie Raskin said, one of the signatories here, about this investigation. Play the clip.
There was apparently overheard talking about Tom Homan taking money in return for a promise to give people contracts when the new administration began. So then they added an investigative component to look into Tom Homan, and they sent in FBI agents, as I understand it, undercover with $50,000 wrapped up in a restaurant bag, and he accepted the $50,000 apparently in return for a promise to steer them contracts when he got in.
Okay, and now you have Democracy Forward, and it's who has about 80 cases against the Trump administration, right on cue. They filed and served the DOJ and FBI with a Freedom of Information Act request, FOIA. And you know what they say in their FOIA? We only want one thing. We seek one specific record created during the investigation, a video recording of an exchange between FBI agents and Homan in 2024. Both those letters and pieces are up on Legal AF Substack, so you can read them as well. Welcome back. Sometimes the Trump administration gives you a gift and then you don't return it. We're going to stay on the Homan scandal until the very end. I'm Michael Popok. I'm glad you're here. The Intersection is a podcast of mine every Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Midas Touch Network. And then we put up commercial-free versions up on our Legal AF Substack. Yes, become a card-carrying member of Legal AF, the YouTube channel, Legal AF, the Substack, and support my new show, The Intersection. Because of you, The Intersection ended up in the top 100 at number 75 last week for top YouTube podcasts of any genre. Top one related to law and politics. I'm Michael Popok. I'm glad you're here. And tune in to The Intersection. And while you're here on Legal AF YouTube, hit the free subscribe button as well. Until my next report, this is Michael. I'm Michael Popok, and I got some big news for our audience. Most of you know me as the co-founder of Midas Touch's Legal AF and the Legal AF YouTube channel, or as a 35-year national trial lawyer. Now, building on what we started together on Legal AF, I've launched a new law firm, the Popok Firm, dedicated to obtaining justice through compassionate and zealous legal representation. At the Popok Firm, we are focused on obtaining justice for those who have been injured or damaged by a life-altering event by securing the highest dollar recoveries. I've been tirelessly fighting for justice for the last 35 years, so my own law firm organically building on my Legal AF work just feels right. And I've handpicked a team of top-tier trial fighters and settlement experts throughout all 50 states known as big auto injury attorneys who have the know-how to beat heartless insurance companies, corporations, government entities, and their attorneys. Big Auto's attorneys working with my firm are rock stars in their respective states and collectively responsible for billions of dollars in recoveries. So if you or a loved one have been on the wrong side of a catastrophic auto, motor vehicle, rideshare, or truck accident, suffered a personal injury, or been the victim of medical malpractice, employment harassment or discrimination, or suffered a violation of your civil and constitutional rights, then contact the Popok Firm today at 1-877-POPOK-AF or by visiting my website at www.thepopokfirm.com and fill out a free case evaluation form. And if we determine that you have a case and you sign with us, we don't get paid unless you do. The Popok Firm, fighting for your justice every step of the way.